jump for the Purple Dragons, number 15, Mackenzie English. Jumping for the Tigers, number 23, Kylie Comstock.
Hi everyone, and a pleasant good evening to you wherever you may be. We are underway here at the Tiger Dome tonight as the Pittsburg Purple Dragons take on the Fort Scott Lady Tigers. We're having some sound issues at the moment, but we're going to try to get those fixed as we go along here. Quick turnover for Pittsburg, and now Fort Scott comes back the other way. Your starters tonight for the Lady Tigers. Of course, their head coach is Bashan Steps, assistants Gary Floyd and Dylan Duffy. They've led the Lady Tigers to a 6-0 record to start the season. 2-0 in SEK League play so far this year. A couple of missed buckets there. Another opportunity for Fort Scott. That one's no good. And now we've got a rebound. And Abby Gorman able to put that one in for Fort Scott. So Fort Scott with a quick 2-0 advantage here. Just underway this evening. Pittsburg tries to get it inside, and we're going to have a whistle and a tie-up.
Ball possession to the Purple Dragons.
And Pittsburg will hold on to possession here. Shot inside is no good. Rebound Fort Scott. And the Lady Tigers will come quickly up to Brown. Ahead to Yarrick. Shot there is no good. But a foul, and that'll send Yarrick to the free throw line.
Purple Dragon foul charged for number 21, Odessa Reed. Her first personal foul, first team foul charged to the Purple Dragons. To the line for the Tigers, Aubrey Yarrick shooting 2.
First foul shot for Aubrey is in there. Aubrey averaging 4.8 points per game for the Lady Tigers, a 59% free throw shooter. He makes them both there, and the Lady Tigers advance that lead to 4-0 here in the early going. Just under 6.5 to play in this one, in the first quarter of this one here tonight. Fort Scott back in their press defense. And now we got a shot clock violation.
Shot clock violation, ball to the Tigers.
So ball goes back over to Fort Scott with 5:50 to play here in the first quarter. Lady Tigers starters again: Abby Gorman, 5'6" junior, 5'5" senior Allie Brown, 5'9" junior Claire McElroy, 6' senior Kylie Comstock, and 5'8" junior Aubrey Yarrick. We've got a whistle, and it looks like a foul. And we'll see who they call it on. The starters for Pittsburgh are junior Sophia Hertick. And that'll be the first foul on Kylie Comstock here tonight. So junior Sophia Hertick, freshman Mackenzie English, junior Odessa Reed, senior Alyssa Hotze, and Mackenzie English with the first bucket for Pittsburgh here. That'll make it 4-2. You might recognize that name. Her brother is Mason English as Fort Scott gets a basket inside. That's the first one of the night for Kylie Comstock. So Fort Scott extends that lead back out to 4. Comstock averaging 15.3 points per game for the Lady Tigers this season. She leads the Tigers in that category. Her and Abby Gorman, the only ones right now for Fort Scott averaging in double digits. And a shot is going to be good there And a foul.
On the play, Tiger foul charged to number 10, Allie Brown, her first personal foul, second team foul charged.
So Gabrielle White, the fifth starter. Well, I thought she was the one that was going to go, but it's actually going to be Mackenzie English. And they counted the basket. So English gets the and one. And now it's a one-point game at 6-5. Pittsburgh's head coach is Dalton Gromer. His assistants are Anita Walker and Ella Hendrickson. There is one more assistant that I didn't have room to put on my sheet. And Kylie Comstock comes back with a bucket for the Tigers at the other end. So that lead back out to 3 at 8-5.
By Gabrielle White.
So Gabrielle White gets the bucket there for Pittsburgh. I'll get it back to a one-point game. Now Gorman shoots on the other end for Fort Scott, and that'll go down for Abby Gorman. So she's got 4 here in the early going. And the Lady Tigers back out by 3. Now we got a whistle here. Looks like a foul on the Tigers.
Number 2, Abby Gorman, her first personal foul, third team foul.
First foul on Abby Gorman tonight.
Checked in for the Tigers, number 1, Rayleigh Cowan. Also number
Fort Scott will get a couple of subs. 5'6" junior Rayleigh Cowan.
Timeout on the floor. Purple Dragon basketball.
Into the game, they also get 5'9" junior J.C. Rogers into the contest. And we've got our first time out of the game. I believe they said Fort Scott took that one. We'll take a quick break and come right back. This is Fort Scott Lady Tiger basketball on Duckbait TV. Patty West and Crystal Cowan are a mother-daughter duo selling personal and commercial insurance. If you need auto, home, boat, motorcycle, ATV, business, or commercial insurance, they've got you covered. Visit them at 3 East Wall Street in downtown Fort Scott or call 620-223-0700. So out of the timeout, it's Pittsburgh basketball. We got a quick foul. It looks like going to be on Fort Scott once again. That is the first foul of the night on Claire McElroy. But it's the fourth one in the quarter on Fort Scott. Shot off the inbounds play is no good. Rebound chased down by the Tigers. That was Rogers that came away with that one there. Now a shot at the other end by Rogers is good. So J.C. Rogers able to make good on that one. I'll extend that lead back out to 5, and now we got a whistle here as the ball is turned back over to Fort Scott. Shot there is good. Abby Gorman. She's already got 6 in this game. And another quick Fort Scott steal. They get it to Rogers down low. Now back out to Abby. Around to Rayleigh. She'll drive in. Shot there by Rogers. Blocked by Fort Scott or Pittsburgh. Now we got a whistle. And the travel's going to be called on the Dragons. English will get called for the travel here. And now Pittsburgh will take a timeout. They will also take a 30-second timeout here. So again, thanks for joining us this evening as the Fort Scott Lady Tigers lead this one by a touchdown, 14-7. Both teams will have taken a timeout now. Fort Scott comes into this one, as we mentioned, 6-0. Their game against Labette County, scheduled for last Friday, was postponed, of course. Their makeup date at this point is February 6th. So hopefully that's late enough that the weather will cooperate for us and we'll be able to get that one in. They will play at Labette County on February 6th. That breaks up that 5 of the last 7 were to be at home. Now 5 of the last 8, as that'll be in the middle of that run there at 4 straight home games. But anyway, here's a foul on the other side after a Fort Scott steal.
Purple Dragon foul, charged to number 20, Gabrielle White, her first personal
And
foul.
Gabrielle White will pick up her first foul of the evening. Purple Dragons will get a sub here as sophomore Callie Trezona will check in. Looks like she was replacing White. And now we got a whistle here as the ball's knocked out of bounds. So it'll go back over to Pittsburg. Of course, they're in their road purple uniforms with the white letters and numbers, white and black trim. They do have, it's hard to tell, but walk past them warming up. They do have some black trim on those shorts. It's hard to tell on those purple shorts, but of course, Fort Scott with their home white uniforms with the red letters and numbers, red and black trim. And now another steal for Fort Scott. He'll bring it down the court. Oh, nice look ahead to Rayleigh Cowan. Shot doesn't go, but a foul. And it looks like Rayleigh will go to the line here.
Purple Dragon foul.
Foul's going to go on Mackenzie English. Her first foul of the evening. And Rayleigh will go to the free throw line, shooting 63% at the line so far this season for Fort Scott, and makes the first.
Checked in for the Tigers, number 10, Allie Brown, also number 24, Aubrey Yarrick. They replace Gorman and McElroy.
So Aubrey Yarrick and Allie Brown will check back in for Fort Scott. Gorman and McElroy will go take a quick breather. Second free throw is no good, but Rayleigh follows with the rebound. Now they get it over to Comstock, a three-pointer too strong. Rebound taken by Pittsburg. That is Briley Mantooth, the sophomore, that's into the contest for Pittsburg. 15-7, Fort Scott with the lead, Pittsburg with the basketball. Thanks again for joining us here on Duckbait TV. Here's another steal by the Lady Tigers. They get it ahead to Brown. She'll work it across the timeline. Over to Comstock on the right side. Now back into the wing. Back to Brown. Three-pointer on the way. That one doesn't go. Rebound loose. Chased down in the corner by Fort Scott. McElroy comes away with it. Inside to Comstock. Shot from 15 is good. Actually, it was more like 12, but either way, Kylie Comstock now has 6. Now we have a whistle as Pittsburgh trying to bring the ball back up the floor. This looks like it may be a foul on the Tigers.
Tiger foul, charged to number 1, Rayleigh Cowan. Her first personal foul.
That is the first foul on Rayleigh, but the 5th one on the Lady Tigers. So that will put Pittsburgh in the bonus for the rest of the first quarter. 1 minute and 28 seconds remain here in this opening period.
To the line, Alyssa Hotsey, shooting 2.
And it is Alyssa Hotsey at the line. She makes the first one.
In for the Purple Dragons, Mackenzie English and Odessa Reed.
Mackenzie English and Odessa Reed both check back in for Pittsburgh. Free throw, second one is no good. Rebound, the Tigers. Look like J.C. Rogers coming down with it that time for Fort Scott. And the Lady Tigers will bring it into the front court with Abby Gorman. Looking against, looks like a 1-3-1 zone here from Pittsburgh. Trying to set some traps out front. Now we got a whistle, and looks like another foul on Pittsburgh this time.
Purple Dragon foul, charged to number 20, Gabrielle White, her second personal foul, 4th team foul.
Foul on Gabrielle White, her second.
Purple Dragons number 10, Callie Trezona.
And Callie Trezona will check back in for White with those 2 fouls. Pass around to Callan. Three-pointer on the way. That one a little strong off the back iron. Rebound fought for. And it looks like a tie ball, and possession arrow favors Fort Scott.
Checked in for the Tigers, number 20, Claire McElroy. She replaces...
Claire McElroy checks back in here at the break. Some quick subs for Fort Scott as we get to the end of this first quarter. Just under a minute to play in the opening frame tonight. Three-pointer from Brown. That one off the front iron, no good. Rebound taken by McElroy in the corner. Excuse me, that's J.C. Rogers with the rebound there. And we got a foul on Pittsburgh. And this, I think, will be the fifth one on the Dragons, putting Fort Scott in the bonus. It's going to be on Alyssa Hotsey. Her first.
J.C. Rogers at the line. Checked in for the Purple Dragons, number 5, Briley Mantooth.
And Briley Mantooth back in on the court for Pittsburgh here. Second free throw is good. So JC makes them both. A 56% free throw shooter on the year for the Tigers. Another quick turnover for Fort Scott's defense. We got a whistle here, and they're going to call a travel on Allie Brown. She did not like that call. 38.8 seconds to go. Looked like she may have shuffled those feet just a hair, but it was pretty close. Pittsburgh with the inbounds play. Again, 38.8 to go here in the first quarter. Hertrick dribbles up the right side, and it looks like another foul on Fort Scott.
Tiger foul, charged to number 10, Allie Brown, her second.
So Allie picks up her
to the line, Sophia
second foul.
Hertrich, shooting 2.
And Hertick at the line for 2. She makes the
For
first.
the Tigers, number 23, Kylie Comstock. She replaces Brown.
Kylie Comstock will come in here as she replaces Brown. Second free throw on the way. That one doesn't go. Rebound taken there by Fort Scott, as that was Aubrey Yarrick getting another rebound. Aubrey averaging nearly 6 rebounds a game for the Lady Tigers. I believe that's second on the team in that category, behind only Kylie Comstock, who has nearly 8 rebounds per game. In fact, Kylie, I don't think she had a double-double against Frontenac, but her last couple of games before the break, she had a couple of double-doubles. J.C. Rogers with the shot there. That'll be good for the Tigers, and now they knock it away back in a backcourt, picked up by Gorman. She'll fire it underneath. Had a couple of girls right there, and a shot at the buzzer goes for Claire McElroy. So Fort Scott finishes the first quarter on a hot streak, and they will lead it 23-9 as we go into the second quarter. We'll take a quick break and come back. This is Fort Scott Lady Tiger basketball on Duckbait TV. If you're interested in helping us out at Duckbait Media, bringing more Tiger and Greyhound athletic events, become a sponsor today. Contact us at tonyabady@gmail.com, duckbaitmedia@gmail.com, or find us on Facebook at facebook.com/duckbaitmedia. We're here to bring you the best of the Tigers and Hounds on youtube.com/duckbaittv. Edward Jones has been advising customers in the world of finance for over 100 years. Financial advisor Jamie Armstrong continues that tradition in Fort Scott. Contact her by phone at 620-223-1866 or email Jamie at jamie.armstrong@edwardjones.com. So as we come back in to start the second quarter here, Rayleigh Cowan will start it on the court for the Tigers. Abby Gorman also out there. McElroy, she just picks up another steal. Aubrey Yarrick and Kylie Comstock. Shot there doesn't go for Rayleigh, but Comstock gets the putback, and Fort Scott will increase that lead some more. 25-9 now. Now we got a whistle here as the ball's knocked out of bounds. I think it'll stay with Pittsburgh, though.
Checked in for the Purple Dragons, number 20, Gabrielle White.
And Gabrielle White will check back in with those 2 fouls for the Lady Dragons. Inbounds play comes to White. Now they get it back to English. She'll drive around the lane. Now kicks it back out. 3-pointer on the way coming from Hertrick. And it's a little bit short. Rebound taken by Fort Scott. McElroy comes out of there with it. Claire will dribble it all the way up the court for Fort Scott. Now tries to get it over to Yarrick on the block. Aubrey had it knocked away. It was a low pass. Stolen away by Pittsburgh. Now they get it ahead to Hertick. And she had to chase it down in the corner and then calls a timeout. So that'll be the second timeout called by Pittsburgh here in this first half. So they'll try to slow things down a little bit. The Lady Tigers, of course, having the off day that you didn't expect to have, didn't plan to have with the snow out of school and then the postponement of the game on Friday. They are not showing any lagging behind so far in this one, as again outscored Pittsburgh 23-9 in that first quarter and now lead it 25-9. Lady Tigers come in second place in the SEK League standings tonight on percentage points. They are just 2-0 in the league. Livette County is 3-0 in the league. So that's the tiebreaker there. Coffeyville also 2-0 in the SEK League standings. Pittsburgh 1-1 in the league standings, so they're fourth coming into tonight. Actually, I believe they're 2-1. Lady Dragons, they didn't have it updated on their Acacia site yet, but I do know that they defeated Chanute last night, so they would be 2-1 in league play and 3-3 overall.
Violation, Tiger basketball.
And a Pittsburgh violation out of the timeout. Coaches really don't like to see that, and then I'll turn it back over to Fort Scott. Talking about these turnovers, the Lady Tigers have forced, as a team, 165 turnovers in their first 6 games. Here's a 3-pointer on the way from Gorman. It doesn't go, but Rayleigh Cowan got the rebound. Fort Scott also has pulled down 79 offensive rebounds this season coming into tonight's game, and they've gotten a few more here in this one. Now another steal for the Lady Tigers. Rayleigh drives in, shot rolls around and falls.
For 2.
Now a 20-point lead for the Lady Tigers.
Tiger foul, Church to number 20, Claire McElroy, her second personal foul. First team foul, Church to the Tigers. Checked in for the Tigers, number 10, Allie Brown, also number 25, J.C. Rogers. They replace McElroy.
So Allie Brown and J.C. Rogers will come back in. Claire picks up her second foul there. Just the first one in the quarter on the Lady Tigers. Again, both teams ended up in the bonus in the first quarter. We'll see if that slows down any at all as we continue through this one here tonight. Another Lady Tigers steal ahead to Gorman. Thought about a 3, now pulls it back down. They'll run through the offense a little bit more. Now back out to Gorman. She'll try that 3 from the wing. That one just a little bit off. Rebound taken by Pittsburgh. Abby coming into tonight just a 28% three-point shooter. That's actually gone up since she had a tough week in Paola to start the season, but that three-point percentage has gone up, and 28% is leading the Lady Tigers in that category. And she'll get another one there. You got to have at least somebody that can hit those three-pointers on a regular basis, as that ball looked like it was blocked out of bounds by Fort Scott, so it'll stay with the Dragons here. And now Allie Wheeler will check in for Fort Scott. She's a 5'6" sophomore.
In for the Purple Dragons, number 31, Angie Miller.
Angie Miller also checks in for Pittsburgh. We got a whistle here as ball goes out of bounds, and the Lady Tigers will get another sub as 5'9" freshman Lorelei Clark will check in, as Cowan will check out. Fort Scott 2-3 zone out of this inbounds play. Pittsburgh gets it to English, now inside. It goes to White, shot there, doesn't go. Rebound loose on the floor, and they're going to say it was actually taken by Kylie Comstock, and then she stepped on the baseline. So it'll go back to Pittsburgh with 4:46 to play here in the second quarter. Inbounds play comes in. They'll get it right back to the inbounder, Hotsey, and now we got a whistle, and they'll call a travel on Pittsburgh. So another Purple Dragon turnover here. Now a steal by Pittsburgh as Mackenzie English will take it all the way to the other end, and she'll make the layup. So she's got 6. As Pittsburgh now into double figures at 32-11. Ball thrown ahead by Pittsburgh, but it's stolen back by Fort Scott as Allie Brown chases that down. Now over to Comstock, three-pointer on the way from the wing. That one off the back rim, no good. Rebound taken there by Pittsburgh. And in a hurry, trying in a hurry, is Hotsey down the side of the court. Shot there, blocked by Comstock, ahead to Brown. Here come the Lady Tigers. They've got it 3-on-2, up to Wheeler, and trying to get it inside to Rogers, and it's knocked out of bounds by Pittsburgh, so that'll slow the Lady Tigers down for a minute. It looks like Coach Steps wants another Tiger timeout. He'll take a full timeout here with 3:41 to play in the second quarter. Lady Tigers lead this one 32-11. We'll come right back. This is Fort Scott Lady Tiger basketball on Duckbait TV. Liberty Savings has been in Fort Scott since 1919, helping community members with their banking needs for over 100 years. Mark, Dave, Jolene, Manda, and Tyler are ready to greet you with a smile and help with whatever you may need. Visit them at 24 South Judson or call 620-223-0300. So Fort Scott with the lead coming out of the timeout. They'll have Brown, Wheeler, Brown, Wheeler, Rogers, Yarrick, and Clark on the floor. Shot there doesn't go. Rebounded by Pittsburgh, and English will bring it up the floor. Go left, now back to the right side. Three-pointer on the way, too strong. Rebound inside, though, by Pittsburgh, and the putback is good by Odessa Reed.
Basket by Odessa Reed.
Clark has it, ball deflected. Lorelei gets it back, and now we got a whistle, and it looks like a tie-up going to be called. Possession arrow favors Fort Scott. Lady Tigers will get Comstock and Gorman back on the floor as Clark and Brown come out. Again, Allie's got 2 fouls. Claire McElroy also with 2 fouls. She's on the bench right now for the Lady Tigers. The fouls have slowed down quite a bit here in the second quarter. Just 1 foul called through the first 5 minutes of this second period. Now we got a whistle as the ball's knocked out of bounds by Pittsburgh, so it'll stay with Fort Scott. And looks like Yarrick will be the one inbounding. She gets it into Gorman. Gorman on the right wing. We got a whistle here. And something didn't happen correctly with the clock, it looks like. They may be discussing the shot clock. Again, this is going to take some getting used to for everybody, as this is a new rule in Kansas this year. And it's new, I shouldn't say rule, I guess. It's an exploratory or experimentary, however you want to say that, deal. And each school has the ability to opt in or opt out, and just kind of working some bugs out of when it gets reset and things like that. I think that was the question there. Pittsburgh did not officially get possession. They did knock it out of bounds, but didn't actually have possession, so they left the shot clock where it was. Shot there didn't go for Fort Scott. Now Pittsburgh at the other end misses a shot. Rebound by the Lady Tigers. They'll get it up the floor with 2.5 minutes to play, and a pass ahead is deflected and stolen by the Dragons. Up the floor it comes, Herchick. And we got a whistle here as they're going to call a foul on Fort Scott. Looks like they're going to call it on the floor, so no free throws, I don't believe. It's going to be on Allie Wheeler. Her first. Second one on the Lady Tigers here in the quarter. And now Brown will come back in, again with those 2 fouls, but she will replace Wheeler here. 2:27 to play in the quarter. Pass deflected by Gorman, but chased down by the Dragons. They'll get it inside to English. Turnaround shot there is good. And so Mackenzie English will have another and one opportunity. She nailed one earlier.
Tiger foul charge number 23, Kylie Comstock, her second personal foul, third.
Kylie Comstock will pick up her second foul now. And again, I mentioned earlier, maybe that was the kiss of death. The fouls had kind of calmed down in the second quarter as compared to the first quarter. And now 3 team fouls on the Lady Tigers here, and still 2:15 to play. The free throw by English was no good, and Fort Scott comes away with the rebound. Gorman gets it across the timeline, right across that big Tiger paw in the center of the court. Now 3-pointer from Brown. Swish! Allie Brown buries it from the wing. Pittsburgh gets it down to the baseline. Now they get it back to English. Shot there, doesn't go. Rebound taken by White for the Purple Dragons. Now a 3-pointer on the way. That one goes in. That one is from Hotsey. Her first points of the night. That'll get it back to a 19-point game here for the Fort Scott Tigers. Pass to Brown. Now around to Gorman. She'll try a 3-pointer. That one in and out, no good. Rebound chased down in the corner and then lost out of bounds by Pittsburgh. Looked like White was maybe trying to pass it before she got complete control of it and just lost it, continued out of bounds. She was going towards the corner anyway and wanted to try to make sure, I'm sure, of getting hold of the ball and getting it to a teammate before she was out of bounds. Didn't quite work out. Now a shot there by Comstock is no good, and rebound comes down to Pittsburgh, and the Dragons will bring it the other direction. Nearing a minute to play in this first half tonight. Pass goes over to Hertick. Now we got a whistle.
Purple Dragons foul.
And they're going to get an offensive foul on Gabrielle White, and that'll be her third. She had 2 in the first quarter, picks up number 3 there. And Callie Trezona will check in for her. Three-pointer in the corner by Brown, a little strong. Rebound chased down in the corner by Pittsburgh. They'll get it out to English. They've got a 3-on-2. She'll get it up the floor to Reed. Shot there, doesn't go. Rebound goes out of bounds, and he touched it last. We'll say Fort Scott touched it last. 36 seconds to play in this first half. Claire McElroy will check back in. Again, Claire's got 2 fouls. Kylie Comstock will come out with her 2 fouls. And now Rayleigh Cowan will check back in after a breather to replace Brown with 2 fouls. Again, want to try to keep those girls at 2 fouls going into the second half. It's got a nice lead right now, but You never know what a third or fourth quarter might bring. Here's a three-pointer that's in and out, no good, and then we got a whistle on the rebound, and we're going to get a foul or a tie ball. Possession arrow favors Pittsburgh if it's a tie ball, but it looks like they're going to get a foul on the Lady Tigers.
Tiger foul, charge number 25, J.C. Rogers, her first personal
That's
foul.
the first one on J.C., just the fourth one on the Lady Tigers here, so it'll be an inbounds play. Pass is too strong, taken by Gorman, ahead to Rayleigh, and she just mishandled the pass, and it goes out of bounds. Tough luck there for Rayleigh. That setting up to be a really great opportunity for the Lady Tigers. Gorman had a defender coming behind her. I don't know if she could feel that or just wanted to get it to her teammate, but unfortunately it just didn't work out. 14 seconds to go, no shot clock now as that's been turned off here for the remainder of the second quarter. Shot inside is good by English. Now a three-pointer by Rayleigh Cowan is good at the other end, and it's another buzzer shot for the Lady Tigers.
Your halftime score, Tigers 38, Purple Dragons 20.
So Fort Scott got a shot at the buzzer to end the first quarter. I believe it was Claire McElroy that did that, and then come back with another one, this time a three-pointer at the buzzer from Rayleigh Cowan to close out the first half. So Fort Scott with a 38-20 lead here at the break. We'll take a break ourselves and come back with more as the Fort Scott Lady Tigers lead this one 38-20 over the Pittsburgh Lady Dragons. This is Fort Scott Tiger basketball on Duckbait TV. Need a full mani-pedi before big weekend plans? Or maybe you want some special nail art to celebrate your favorite singer's football-playing boyfriend. Either way, Delyn Abatey is ready to help. Nails by Delyn is on all the socials, and you can call or text at 620-704-1315. Nails by Delyn at Spoiled Brat on 3rd Street in downtown Fort Scott. If you need residential interior or exterior painting done or your cabinets refinished, contact the folks at Aura et Labora Painting Company, LLC. Fort Scott native Josh Regan is ready to help with your project, so give them a call at 620-288-6617. Patty West and Crystal Cowan are a mother-daughter duo selling personal and commercial insurance. If you need auto, home, boat, motorcycle, ATV, business, or commercial insurance, they've got you covered. Visit them at 3 East Wall Street in downtown Fort Scott or call 620-223-0700. Liberty Savings has been in Fort Scott since 1919, helping community members with their banking needs for over 100 years. Mark, Dave, Jolene, Manda, and Tyler are ready to greet you with a smile and help with whatever you may need. Visit them at 24 South Judson or call 620-223-0300. Edward Jones has been advising customers in the world of finance for over 100 years. Financial advisor Jamie Armstrong continues that tradition in Fort Scott. Contact her by phone at 620-223-1866 or email Jamie at jamie.armstrong@edwardjones.com. Well, we welcome you back as the Fort Scott Tigers, Lady Tigers, lead this one here at the break. All right, so your leading scorers first for the Fort Scott Lady Tigers, as they are being led right now by Abby Gorman with 9 points. Rayleigh Cowan has 8. Kylie Comstock also has 8 tonight for Fort Scott. JC Rogers has 6. Allie Brown with 3. And then Claire McElroy has 2. And Aubrey Yarrick also has 2 for the Lady Tigers. For Pittsburgh, they're being led right now by Mackenzie English, as she has 11 to lead all scorers. And then Alyssa Hotsey has 4. Odessa Reed has 2. Gabrielle White has 2. And then Sophia Hertrick has 1 for Pittsburgh in this one. Again, the Lady Tigers with a 38-20 lead here at the break. We'll take another short break here on Duckbait TV. Come back, get you ready for the second half of this one. As, again, the Fort Scott Lady Tigers lead this one by 18 points here tonight. If you need residential interior or exterior painting done or your cabinets refinished, contact the folks at Aura et Labora Painting Company, LLC. Fort Scott native Josh Regan is ready to help with your project, so give them a call at 620-288-6617. Liberty Savings has been in Fort Scott since 1919, helping community members with their banking needs for over 100 years. Mark, Dave, Jolene, Manda, and Tyler are ready to greet you with a smile and help with whatever you may need. Visit them at 24 South Judson or call 620-223-0300. Edward Jones has been advising customers in the world of finance for over 100 years. Financial advisor Jamie Armstrong continues that tradition in Fort Scott. Contact her by phone at 620-223-1866 or email Jamie at jamie.armstrong@edwardjones.com. Patty West and Crystal Cowan are a mother-daughter duo selling personal and commercial insurance. If you need auto, home, boat, motorcycle, ATV, business, or commercial insurance, they've got you covered. Visit them at 3 East Wall Street in downtown Fort Scott or call 620-223-0700. Need a full mani-pedi before big weekend plans? Or maybe you want some special nail art to celebrate your favorite singer's football-playing boyfriend? Either way, Delyn Abady is ready to help. Nails by Delyn is on all the socials, and you can call or text at 620-704-1315. Nails by Delyn at Spoiled Brat on 3rd Street in downtown Fort Scott. If you're interested in helping us out at Duckbait Media, bring you more Tiger and Greyhound athletic events, become a sponsor today. Contact us at tonyabady@gmail.com, duckbaitmedia@gmail.com, or find us on Facebook at facebook.com/duckbaitmedia. We're here to bring you the best of the Tigers and Hounds on youtube.com/duckbaittv. Well, we welcome you back as just about to get things going here in the second half as the Fort Scott Lady Tigers lead this one at the break by 18 points over their rival Pittsburg. Again, these two teams coming into this one, Fort Scott 6-0. Pittsburgh, we learned that they won last night over Chanute. I'm assuming that was their game that was scheduled for Friday and they postponed. As most everybody in the area, most everybody in the state, I think, was out of school and didn't play basketball on Friday due to the weather, at least in this area. So, but anyway, they played Chanute last night and won. So the Lady Dragons come in at 3-3 overall, 2-1 in the league. But Fort Scott, of course, at 6-0 overall, 2-0 in the SEK, and looking to hopefully continue that win streak as looks like once again, at least at the moment, it's going to be a battle between Fort Scott and Labette County. That game that was supposed to be played last Friday has been postponed now to February 6th. So we'll have, as we will, all of the Tiger games here on Duckbait TV this year. We'll plan on having that one as well. We'll go to Labette now on February 6th and then host Parsons on February 7th. Only 2 games scheduled that week. They do not have a game scheduled, at least at the moment. We'll see how the weather works and see if we need to make any more games up. But they will, at least right now, are not scheduled to have a game on Tuesday of that first full week in February. So should be an okay time to have back-to-back games for the Lady Tigers, at least anyway. So we'll look forward to that matchup, as those 2 games against Labette County are always tough, but looking forward to them, especially this year with what could be on the line in the league for those 2 games. And in 4A, you remember the Lady Grizzlies joined Fort Scott at the state tournament a year ago. Here's a layup try by Pittsburgh. That one doesn't go. Rebound by the Purple Dragons, though. They'll kick it back out. 3-pointer by Hertick is no good. And the rebound chased down by Fort Scott on the backside. And the Lady Tigers will have another opportunity at possession here as they'll get it across the timeline with Allie Brown. Brown, Gorman, Comstock, McElroy, and Yarrick, the 5 on the floor right now in white. And Abby Gorman hits the first one of the quarter, and so she is the first Lady Tiger into double figures here tonight as that lead doubles in size up to 20, and now a shot good at the other end by Callie Trezona, her first points of the night for Pittsburgh. That'll cut it back to 18 now. Fort Scott finds McElroy, and now it's stolen away by English. The freshman will bring it up the floor. Again, sister to Mason English, who has now graduated from the Purple Dragons. We got a whistle and a tie ball here. Possession arrow favors Fort Scott, so the Lady Tigers will get it here. Going the other direction. So no more Mason English for the Tiger boys to have to deal with, but Lady Tigers are going to have Mackenzie English to deal with for the next 4 years. 3-pointer on the way. That one is good for Claire McElroy. Claire buries that one. And now Pittsburgh gets it up the floor. Now a whistle and a foul on the Lady Tigers, and this is going to result in free throws for Pittsburgh.
Tiger foul charge to number 2, Abby Gorman, her second personal foul.
Second foul on Abby tonight.
At the line, Callie Trezona shooting 2.
First free throw for the lefty Trezona, and that one is good.
Checked in for the Purple Dragons, number 13, Kylie Serrano.
Pittsburgh will get Kylie Serrano into the game, I believe for the first time tonight. She's a sophomore for the Lady Dragons. The second free throw is also good, so Callie Trezona now with a bucket and a couple of free throws, so she's got all 4 Pittsburgh points in this 4 of the 6 anyway. No, all 4. Here in the third quarter so far. Turnover for Fort Scott and a quick substitution as Rayleigh Cowan will check back in. McElroy will come out. 43-24, Fort Scott with the lead here. 5:40 to play in the third quarter. Again, don't forget the boys game comes up next. We'll have that one for you too here on Duckbait TV. So don't go anywhere. And as we got a whistle.
Number 24, Aubrey Yarick. Her first personal foul, second team foul charged to the Tigers. Kylie Serrano at the line shooting.
And the foul going to be on Aubrey Yarick, her first. First free throw for Serrano is no good. Second one on the way is good, so she makes 1 of 2. Pass back out to Brown, three-pointer on the way. That one just off the front rim, no good. Putback is no good by Yarick. And now we got a foul.
Dragon foul charged to number 11, Sophia Hertrich. Her first personal foul.
Sophia Hertrich will pick up her first foul.
To the line, Aubrey Yarick shooting 2.
And Aubrey Yarick will go to the line for 2. Made the first one, but missed the second. Then Fort Scott takes the ball away. Over to Cowan, no good. Putback is no good, but more free throws coming.
Purple Dragon foul charged to number 10, Callie Trezona. Her first personal foul, second team foul. Kylie Comstock shooting 2.
Callie Trezona will get her first foul of the game. And that will send Kylie Comstock to the line. For the Lady Tigers, she is a 55% free throw shooter coming into tonight. Missed them both there, and now we got a whistle, and it looks like a travel going to be called on Pittsburg. So they give it right back to the Lady Tigers here. Ball ahead is knocked away and stolen by Pittsburg. Now we got a whistle here, and the Purple Dragons are going to take a timeout with 4:48 to play in the third quarter.
Full timeout.
It'll be a full timeout. So we'll take a break as well. We'll be right back. This is Fort Scott Lady Tiger basketball on Duckbait TV. Need a full mani-pedi before big weekend plans? Or maybe you want some special nail art to celebrate your favorite singer's football-playing boyfriend? Either way, Delyn Abatey is ready to help. Nails by Delyn is on all the socials, and you can call or text at 620-704-1315. Nails by Delyn at Spoiled Brat on 3rd Street in downtown Fort Scott.
J.C. Rogers.
So J.C. Rogers checks back into the game for Fort Scott here to start this segment of the game. And the ball is thrown out of bounds by Pittsburg. So it'll be J.C. out there with Kylie, Rayleigh, Abby, and Allie Brown back on the floor for Fort Scott here. Lady Tigers get the ball back. Coming up on 4.5 to play here in the third quarter. Get it to Gorman over on the far side. Now back, we got a whistle here, and it looks like a foul's going to be called.
Purple Dragon foul, charged to number 22, Alyssa Hotsey, her second personal foul, third team foul, charged to the Purple Dragons.
Shot there is no good for Fort Scott. Now we got a whistle as there was some contact there. And it looks like a foul on the Purple Dragons.
Number 13, Kylie Serrano, her first personal foul, fourth.
Kylie Serrano will pick up her first foul.
To the Purple Dragons. Checked in for the Purple Dragons, number 5, Briley Mantooth, also number 21, Odessa Reed.
So Briley Mantooth will check in for Pittsburg. And I believe that ball was knocked out of bounds by the Dragons, so it'll stay with Fort Scott here. They'll get it into Rogers in the corner. Now back out to Cowan. Around to Brown, and pass just a little bit too tall for Alley that time. It'll go out of bounds back over to Pittsburg with 4:14 to play in the third. Tigers look like they're in a 2-1-2 full court press. Trying to cause some havoc for Pittsburg. Lady Dragons able to get it across the timeline, though. They'll get it over to Mantooth. Three-pointer on the way. That one doesn't go. Chased down by Brown for Fort Scott. So here comes the Lady Tigers. Ahead to Gorman. Hands it off to Alley. She'll kick it inside. Over to a wide-open Rogers on the backside, and JC hits another one. So she's got 6. And that Lady Tiger lead continues to grow, 46-25. Fort Scott up by 21 points here with 3.5 to play in the third. Pass goes inside, and we're going to get a whistle and a travel going to be called on English. Fort Scott will get a sub. Pittsburgh will get a couple subs. Claire McElroy checks in for the Lady Tigers.
In for the Purple Dragons, number 11, Sophia Hertrich. Also number
Sophia
20,
Hertrich
Gabrielle White.
and Gabrielle White will both check in for Pittsburgh. Looks like Allie Brown is the one leaving the floor for the moment for Fort Scott. Shot there by Rayleigh Cowan, just a little too short. Nice rebound and put back by Comstock, and she will get another point or another bucket there for the Lady Tigers. Shot at the other end does not go, but a foul.
Tiger foul, charged to number 23, Kylie Comstock, her third personal foul, 13th foul, charged to the Tigers. Alyssa
That'll be the
Hotsey
third
line,
foul on
shooting.
Kylie tonight. Second or free throws.
Checked in for the Tigers, number 24, Aubrey Yarrick. She replaces Comstock.
So Aubrey will come out, or excuse me, Aubrey Yarrick will come in. Kylie Comstock will check out. Second free throw is good for Hotsey. And now a steal by English. Ahead to Hotsey. Excuse me, White underneath the basket. Shot there doesn't go. Rebound chased down by Rayleigh Cowan, though. And now we got a whistle. Looks like a foul on Pittsburgh.
Purple Dragon foul, charged to number 22, Alyssa Hotsey, her third personal foul, fifth team foul, charged to the Purple Dragons.
So Alyssa Hotsey
For the Tigers, number 1,
with her second foul.
Shooting 2.
But it's the 15th foul on Pittsburgh here, so Rayleigh Cowan will head to the free throw line. Rayleigh hits the first. Again, Rayleigh is 63% free throw shooter coming into tonight. Second one on the way, and that one too far to the left. Rebound taken by Pittsburgh. So Rayleigh just 2 for 4 at the line in this one tonight. Pittsburgh throws it away. They get it right to Rayleigh Cowan, who's coming down on defense. And now Gorman will get it across the timeline. Fort Scott going to try to take some time here. They've got plenty of time on that shot clock, down to 20 seconds. And back to McElroy. Around to Rogers on the left side wing. Now to Cowan. Now back to McElroy. To Yarick. Back to McElroy. 5 on the shot clock. Pass goes inside. Now down to Gorman. Shot at the buzzer is good. Well, Pittsburgh brings it quickly into the front court. Now we got a whistle, and looks like a travel going to be called on the Purple Dragons. That is Candace Johnny, a senior, on the floor with the turnover there. The ball back over to Fort Scott. Rogers to Gorman. Now a three-pointer from Yark. That one no good. Rebound batted towards the corner and goes out of bounds. We'll say it was last touched by the Lady Dragons. So Fort Scott will get it back. 1:32 to go in the third quarter. Inbounds play comes to Rogers. They get it to Gorman, trying to find McElroy coming to the lane. Now pass back out to Rogers. And they're going to get a blocking foul on Pittsburgh, it looks like.
Purple Dragon foul, charged to number 15, Mackenzie English, her second personal foul.
Second foul on Mackenzie English. Again, Fort Scott is in the bonus right now. And will be J.C. Rogers is shooting too. She missed the first.
Checked in for the Tigers, number 30, Kinley Clements. She replaces Yarick.
5'11" sophomore Kinley Clements will now check in for Fort Scott. Second free throw on the way, and that one is good. They've issued a delay of game warning. That usually happens. I didn't see it. I was marking in my scorebook the made free throw there for JC, but it usually happens when the shooting team touches the basketball after it goes through the net. The officials don't like you doing that. And a lot of times kids are just trying to be helpful to the opposing team, getting the ball to them quicker, but there's the potential, I guess, in some cases for some shenanigans with that, and so they want to try to keep that at bay. Now we've got a whistle here. Travel on Pittsburgh, so Fort Scott gets it right back. They get it into Clements. Shot there, doesn't go. Rebound chased down, though, and they're going to get a foul on Pittsburgh.
Purple Dragon foul, charged to number 11, Sophia Hertrich, her second personal foul.
So Sophia Hertrich will pick up foul number 2. And Claire will go to the line for 2. She makes the first. Second one on the way, and that one is good. Hopefully I don't jinx her, but Claire McElroy is now 6 for 6 at the free throw line for the Lady Tigers so far this season. After those 2 makes there.
Backcourt violation, ball to the Tigers.
And now a backcourt violation on
for the Tigers, number 4, Allison Wheeler.
Lady Dragons. So Allie Wheeler will check in for Fort Scott as Abby Gorman will come out for a breather. And now Mackenzie English will come out as Odessa Reed will check back in for Pittsburgh. 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. Fort Scott with a 28-point lead. Pass goes inside, and the shot is no good, but a foul. This will send Fort Scott to the free throw line. Looks like Clements is the one going to be doing the honors. Third foul now on Sophia Hertrich. And Kinley goes to the free throw line for the first time this season. Misses the first one there.
In for the Purple Dragons, number 1, number 10, Callie Trezona.
Callie Trizona will check back in for Pittsburgh. Second free throw is good for Kinley, and that was her first trip to the line this season. So 1 for 2 on the year now for Kinley Clements. And it is a 55-26 lead here as we dip under half a minute to play in the third quarter. Pass there is out of bounds, so it'll go back over to Fort Scott. English will check back in for Pittsburgh as Candace Johnny will check out. 15 seconds to go, no shot clock for Fort Scott as we near the end of this third quarter. Pass inside, deflected and stolen by Pittsburgh. 6 seconds to go in the quarter. Get it ahead to English. She'll lay one up. It goes. And that will take us to the end of the third quarter. As it will be 55-28 in favor of Fort Scott. We'll take a short break and come right back. This is Fort Scott Lady Tiger basketball on Duckbait TV. Liberty Savings has been in Fort Scott since 1919, helping community members with their banking needs for over 100 years. Mark, Dave, Jolene, Manda, and Tyler are ready to greet you with a smile and help with whatever you may need. Visit them at 24 South Judson or call 620-223-0300.
Round number 23, Kylie Comstock, and number 24, Aubrey Yarrick. Team fouls reset, ball to the Purple Dragons.
So we'll start the fourth quarter. Fort Scott with the lead here, 55-28. And Pittsburgh with the ball. They'll throw it out of bounds off of Comstock. Now we got a whistle, and they're going to get an offensive foul on, I believe, Mackenzie English here to turn the ball back over to Fort Scott.
Purple Dragon foul, charged to number 15.
And that'll be
Mackenzie English, her third personal foul.
the third one on English.
To the Purple Dragons.
First one of the quarter on Pittsburgh. So 55-28. Shot inside. That one doesn't go. And the rebound is knocked out of bounds, so it'll stay with Fort Scott. 7:21 to go here, just underway in the fourth quarter. Lady Tigers with the lead. You see it on your screen there, 55-28. Thanks again for joining us here on Duckbait TV. Three-pointer from McElroy doesn't go, and now we got a whistle on the rebound. Looks like we're going to get a foul maybe on the Tigers.
Tiger foul, charged to number 24, Aubrey Yarrick. Her second personal foul, first team foul, charged to the Tigers.
Pass goes in, and a shot is missed, but it looks like a foul.
Tiger foul, charged to number 23, Kylie Comstock, her fourth personal foul, second Tiger team foul,
Kylie Comstock will pick up the foul here. Her fourth, and Mackenzie English will go to the line, but misses the first. The first time she's had 2 shots at the line. She had a couple of and-one opportunities earlier in the contest. Misses the first there, misses the second, and Aubrey Arick chases down the rebound for the Lady Tigers. Brown will work it up the court here, play just a minute into this fourth quarter. Three-pointer on the way from Gorman, too strong. Rebound on the backside, though, by Yark. Shot blocked. Inside, Pittsburgh comes out of there with it. Ahead it goes to Hotsey. She'll pull up from 10, but it doesn't go. Rebound chased down by Pittsburgh. Now ball deflected up into the air, taken away by Allie Brown. Brown will work it across the timeline. Over to McElroy. Trying to get it inside, and it's knocked away by Pittsburgh. English shot there, doesn't go. English. We got a whistle here.
30-second timeout. Tiger basketball after the break.
So 55-30 now. Fort Scott with the lead here. 6:11 to play. Timeout on the floor was by Fort Scott. So both teams should have 2 remaining. Not sure that that's going to matter a whole lot down the stretch here tonight, but always good to keep that in mind as we go forward here tonight. Allie Brown will bring it across the timeline. It's Brown, Gorman, Comstock, Yarrick and McElroy on the floor. And Odessa Reed comes away with another bucket there for Pittsburgh. So we've cut it down now 55-32. Again, don't forget, we've got the boys game coming up next. Ball inside. We got a whistle and a tie ball. This looks like possession arrow will favor Fort Scott. Rayleigh Cowan will check in as Claire McElroy will check out. Inbounds play comes in. They'll get it around to Yarrick, over to Comstock. Now to Rayleigh. She'll drive the baseline. 10-footer doesn't go. And English comes away with a rebound for Pittsburgh. Ahead it goes to Reed. We got a shot there. A blocking foul is going to be called. And that's going to be on Fort Scott.
Second foul charged to number 1, Rayleigh Cowan. Her second.
So Rayleigh's second foul.
Team foul to the line. Odessa Reed shooting 2.
Third on Fort Scott, and Odessa Reed will have 2. Makes the first. Second one on the way, and that one doesn't go. Rebound fought for. We got a tie up, and possession arrow favors the Purple Dragons. So 22-point lead now for Fort Scott. Looked like for a little bit we were going to get a running clock in the fourth quarter of this one, but Pittsburgh has made a little bit of a run here to start this fourth frame, and we got another foul on Fort Scott. It'll be on Aubrey Yarrick, her third tonight.
Mackenzie English shooting 2.
And Mackenzie English will be back at the free throw line. She has struggled there tonight. Just one.
For the Tigers, number 25, J.C. Rogers.
1 for 5 now. J.C. Rogers will check in for the Tigers. And she replaces Yarrick. Second free throw for McElroy. That one, or excuse me, for English rather. Mackenzie English, she makes that one. That'll cut into that lead a little bit further for Fort Scott. Pass there is deflected out of bounds. And there had to have been some kind of directive from the state. Here's a three-pointer on the way. That one doesn't go by Gorman, and the rebound is batted out of bounds by Pittsburgh. The officials all season have been more deliberate on when they allow teams to sub and things like that before getting to a point in some places where they just run somebody to the scorer's table and they just run on the floor, and the officials were allowing that. It looks like they are trying to put a stop to that, which is kind of a good thing. First of all, as we've got a foul here.
Second team foul. Kylie Comstock at the line, shooting 2.
Foul on Angie Miller, I believe, her first. Free throw by Comstock was good. Second free throw, no good. And now we got a foul here as Fort Scott got the ball back.
Number 15, Mackenzie English, her 4th personal foul.
It'll be the 4th foul on Mackenzie English. 3rd one in the quarter. And now Rayleigh will go to the line for 2. Rayleigh, as I mentioned, coming into tonight, 63% free throw shooter, missed that one. But we were getting to a point, try to finish this up. We were getting to a point in, especially Kansas, Missouri was a little bit this way too, where coaches would just send somebody to the scorer's table and they just run right past the scorer's table and come onto the floor, and the officials never really stopped it. They're trying to put a stop to that, I think, this year now, and they were doing that there on that previous, well, it's been a couple of subs ago now for Pittsburgh as they get a shot at the other end. It doesn't go. Rebound taken by Fort Scott. And we saw, was it Chanute back before Christmas, where they were really making, especially the boys, go to the X on the floor, which is at half court. And that's the rule, but they hadn't really enforced it very much. And so kind of trying to enforce some of those substitution rules. And we got a whistle here as we get a foul on Fort Scott, it looks like.
Number 10, Allie Brown, her 3rd personal foul.
3rd foul on Allie Brown. That will put Pittsburgh in the bonus as Alitza Hatzi shooting 2. And she makes the first. Second one on the way, no good off the front rim. Rebound Fort Scott. Pass goes left, now back to the right. Now they'll get it back out. 18 on the shot clock for Fort Scott. Kylie posting up down low. Now they'll get it back out to Rayleigh. Got it into Kylie for a minute. She'll turn right into one of the defenders there. Ball deflected, loose on the floor. Cowan chases it down. Now we got a whistle. And did they reset the shot clock? And maybe they shouldn't have reset the shot clock. Pittsburgh never really got possession, and that's kind of the thing, at least when you watch college basketball, pro basketball, the shot clock will reset on a ball hitting the rim on a shot, and it resets on change of possession. And I think that's probably what they're talking about now is Pittsburgh knocked the ball away but never really gained possession. So they should not have reset the shot clock, and now they got to go back and figure out where the shot clock should be, maybe. And that's what they're doing because they're putting 12 seconds on the shot clock. Saw the official walk over there with his fingers in the air, thought, oh, maybe they're going to call a foul, but they just reset the shot clock here. So to 12 seconds, and now a turnover on Fort Scott. Tiger coach is not happy with that. Assistant coach Gary Floyd especially not happy with that call there, but Fort Scott with a good-sized lead here, 56-35. Shot there inside, doesn't go. Rebound taken by Fort Scott. I think that'll help the Lady Tigers at least at this point. We talked about it during football season with the Tiger football team. During football, the cutoff for points for tiebreakers was 13. It's 15 in basketball. And Fort Scott's Lady Tigers have won each of their games by more than 15 points. Here's a three-pointer. Good by Allie Brown.
Tiger basket, Allie Brown.
They're on their way to a 15-plus point victory again here tonight, and that'll help them down the stretch when you're talking about tiebreakers. I would be a little surprised if they won every single one of their games by 15 points, but that could help. That could be the difference between hosting a first-round sub-state, hosting a sub-state championship or not later in the year. I believe that foul was on J.C. Rogers. Gabrielle White with the free throw. She makes the first one there. Second free throw on the way. That one doesn't go, and Kylie gets up there and gets the rebound. Again, Kylie, the leading rebounder on the team for the Lady Tigers as well, coming into tonight, just under 8 rebounds a game. She does have a couple of double-doubles on the season so far. And we got a whistle here and a foul. Looks like this one's going to be on Pittsburg.
Purple Dragon foul, charged to number 21, Odessa Reed, her second, 4th team foul. Checked in for the Purple Dragons, number 15, Mackenzie English.
So Odessa Reed will get her second foul there. Mackenzie English will check back in. And it'll be an inbounds play for the Tigers. They get it into Kylie. She was kind of bodied up there, no call, and now we got a whistle here. Is Kylie a little bit slow to get up off the floor? Hopefully she's okay. She's not putting a whole lot of weight on that left leg, but hopefully she's okay.
Checked in for the Tigers, number 25,
it would be a big loss for the Lady Tigers if she can't go on. Not a huge issue in tonight's result, you would think, with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left, but that could be interesting going forward. Hopefully she's okay. Here's a three-pointer on the way. Doesn't go. Rebound taken by Pittsburgh, and even more so just for her and her health going forward, not, specifically for the Lady Tigers basketball hopes this year, but those obviously come into play a little bit as well. Here's a steal by Fort Scott. We'll come back down. Gorman has it on the left side. Now back out to Brown. He'll get it inside. Now it's batted back around out to Brown. She'll drive the baseline. 10-footer is no good. Rebound put back no good by Yarrick, but a foul, and I believe.
Dragon foul, charged to number 15, Mackenzie English, her 5th personal foul.
That'll be the 5th foul on Mackenzie English, so she will foul out of this game tonight.
Checked in for the Purple Dragons, number 21, Odessa Reed.
14 points for Mackenzie English in this one. If my calculations are right, and only 3 of those coming in the second half, so Fort Scott was able to get her slowed down in this second half tonight. First free throw is
Tigers, number 21, Lorelei Clark, number
no
4,
good.
Wheeler, and number 1, Rayleigh Cowan. They replace Claire McElroy, Allie Brown. And Abby Gorman. In for the Purple Dragons, number 11, Partridge.
Second free throw, that one doesn't go. Rebound taken by Fort Scott, though. Lorelei Clark, who's just checked into the game there. She'll put one up and goes. So Lorelei Clark hits another bucket. That means she's got 8 on the season for the Lady Tigers. Her first non-three-pointer, I believe, too. She's, 2 for 14 from three-point range so far this season. So her first non-3. We'll get another sub here for the Lady Tigers as they will get Allie Kalishaw into the game. Allie, a 6-foot sophomore for the Lady Tigers.
For the Tigers, number 32, Allie Kalishaw, also number 30.
They also get Kinley Clements back on the floor. And they will join Allie Wheeler, Lorelei Clark, and Rayleigh Cowan. 5 on the floor in white right now for the Lady Tigers. Riley Mantooth is checked back in for Pittsburgh. We also have Kylie Serrano on the floor now. Looks like Sophia Hertrich is still out there for the Lady Dragons. Callie Trezona back out there for Pittsburgh as well. Now we got a whistle and a foul. Also have Gabrielle White on the floor for Pittsburgh here.
Purple Dragon foul, charged to number 20, Gabrielle White, her fourth personal foul.
And that is the fourth foul on White.
Shooting 2.
So Cowan back to the free throw line for Fort Scott, misses the first. Second one on the way, and that one is good.
Checked in for the Tigers, number 3, Riley Lorcher.
And now she will come out as Riley Lorcher will check in. Riley, a 5'4" sophomore for the Lady Tigers. Getting some time on the floor again here tonight for Fort Scott as we approach the final minute of regulation time here tonight. Three-pointer there, doesn't go, and goes out of bounds. So it will go back over to Fort Scott here with 1:04 to play. 62-36. Fort Scott with the lead over Pittsburgh. Again, don't forget, we've got the boys game coming up next. We'll get you set up for that one here in just a little bit. Pass back out to Clark, around to Wheeler. Now we got a whistle away from the basket. It's going to be a 3-second call on the Tigers with 49 seconds to play. And pass deflected and stolen away as Kinley Clements came up and knocked that one, picked that one off. Oh, Wheeler for 3. Good! Allie Wheeler gets a three-pointer.
Tiger basket, Allison Wheeler.
Pass. Oh, Clark able to knock it away. That'll go out of bounds off of Clark, so it'll stay with stay with Pittsburgh. And it will be Hertrich doing the inbounding. Inbounds comes to Candace Johnny, who's back on the floor now for the Dragons. And another pass stolen away by Fort Scott, this one by Allie Calishaw. Up to Clark, over to Lorcher now. Back to Clark as she passes knocked out of bounds. 7 seconds left. Inbounds comes to Wheeler. They'll go to Lorcher on the right side. 3 seconds to play. We'll get it inside. They'll put up a shot there. It doesn't go, but Fort Scott comes away with the victory here tonight. Your final score, Fort Scott 65, Pittsburgh 36. We'll take a break and come back and wrap up the girls' game. Get you ready for the boys in just a few moments. This is Fort Scott Lady Tiger basketball on Duckbait TV. If you need residential interior or exterior painting done or your cabinets refinished, contact the folks at Aura at Labora Painting Company, LLC. Fort Scott native Josh Regan is ready to help with your project, so give them a call at 620-288-6617. Need a full mani-pedi before big weekend plans? Or maybe you want some special nail art to celebrate your favorite singer's football-playing boyfriend? Either way, Delina Beatty is ready to help. Nails by Delin is on all the socials, and you can call or text at 620-704-1315. Nails by Delin at Spoiled Brat on 3rd Street in downtown Fort Scott. Liberty Savings has been in Fort Scott since 1919, helping community members with their banking needs for over 100 years. Mark, Dave, Jolene, Manda, and Tyler are ready to greet you with a smile and help with whatever you may need. Visit them at 24 South Judson or call 620-223-0300. Edward Jones has been advising customers in the world of finance for over 100 years. Financial advisor Jamie Armstrong continues that tradition in Fort Scott. Contact her by phone at 620-223-1866 or email Jamie at jamie.armstrong@edwardjones.com. Patty West and Crystal Cowan are a mother-daughter duo selling personal and commercial insurance. If you need auto, home, boat, motorcycle, ATV, business, or commercial insurance, they've got you covered. Visit them at 3 East Wall Street in downtown Fort Scott or call 620-223-0700. If you're interested in helping us out at Duckbait Media, bringing more Tiger and Greyhound athletic events, become a sponsor today. Contact us at tonyabady@gmail.com, duckbaitmedia@gmail.com, or find us on Facebook at facebook.com/duckbaitmedia. We're here to bring you the best of the Tigers and Hounds on youtube.com/duckbaittv. All right, as we welcome you back, the Fort Scott Lady Tigers with the victory here tonight of the Pittsburg Lady Dragons. Your final score, 65-36, as Fort Scott improves to 7-0 overall, 3-0 in the SEK League. Pittsburg falls to 3-4 overall and 2-2 in the SEK. Leading scorers first for the Fort Scott. They had 3 in double figures tonight. They were led by Abby Gorman, who had 13, just a couple more than her average. She averages 11 points per game, but got 13 here tonight for Fort Scott. Kylie Comstock into the evening with 11. And then 10 for Rayleigh Cowan. She averages 5, so obviously doubling her average there. So a big night for Rayleigh Cowan on this evening. JC Rogers ended the night with 9 points for Fort Scott. Claire McElroy had 7. Allie Brown ended the evening with 6. Allie Wheeler had 3. Aubrey Yarrick also had 3. Lorelei Clark had 2. And Kinley Clemens had 1 for the Lady Tigers in this one tonight. Pittsburgh was led by Mackenzie English, who had 14, and that led all scorers this evening. Didn't get a whole lot of help tonight from her teammates, though. Odessa Reed had 7. Alyssa Hotsey ended the night with 6. Callie Trezona had 4. Gabrielle White ended with 3. Sophia Hertrich had 1. And Kylie Serrano ended with 1 as well. So Fort Scott again with the victory here tonight. Like I said, they improved to 7-0 overall, 3-0 in the SEK League. And we'll see how Labette County did tonight as we go along this week, as they came in at 7-0 and 3-0 in the league coming into tonight. They had played an extra league game for Fort Scott. And so anyway, that's your final here tonight as the Fort Scott Lady Tigers get the victory. Again, the final score is 65-36. We will have the boys game coming up in just a few moments, so stay tuned for that. What we'll do here is we do every night. If you're new to us, so kind of explain it here. We're going to stop the broadcast here, and then we'll start the boys broadcast as a brand new broadcast. That way, in case somebody wants to watch things later or something like that, they don't have to fast forward through the girls' game if they choose to do that and go right to the boys' game. So that's what we'll do here. Anyway, so give us about 5 minutes and then refresh your device that you're watching us on, and we should be up and running for the boys' game in just a few moments. But anyway, thanks again for joining us for Lady Tiger basketball here this evening. And again, stay tuned. Give us about 5 minutes and then refresh your device, and we'll have the boys game coming up in just a moment. Thanks for joining us here on Duckbait TV.